We live in a culture obsessed with the performance of change. We are taught that transformation requires a declaration, a public announcement, a social media post with a long caption about the new you, the new diet, the new mindset, the new business venture. It's as if the change isn't real until it has been witnessed, liked, and commented on by an audience. But what if this entire model is a misunderstanding of how reality actually works? What if the most profound, life-altering transformations are the ones that happen in complete silence, in the invisible theater of your own consciousness? This is the great paradox of creation. The universe doesn't respond to your announcements. It responds to your energy. The compulsion to broadcast your evolution is often a sign that the old identity, the one you claim to be leaving behind, is still in control. It's that old self, starved for validation, that needs to perform its own death. It wants a grand funeral. True change, however, needs no audience. It doesn't need external approval because it is building its own internal coherence, its own self-sustaining reality. A genuine shift is a quiet migration from one state of being to another. It is a silent agreement you make with yourself and the quantum field. You decide who you are going to be, and you begin to live from that state internally, long before any external evidence appears. The world is not changed by your opinion, but by your example. And that example is forged in the quiet furnace of your inner world. The most powerful work you will ever do will be invisible to everyone but you. So how does this silent change actually happen? This isn't just a philosophical idea. It is grounded in the fundamental laws of science. Let's start with your brain. Through a process called neuroplasticity, your brain is physically rewiring itself every single second. When you decide to become a new person, you begin to think, act, and feel differently. This new state of being fires new neural networks. As you sustain this state, those connections strengthen, and the old pathways associated with the old self begin to prune away. This process is microscopic. It is a silent, electrochemical dance of neurons forming new relationships, creating a new neurological hardware that represents the new you. No one can see this. There is no sound. It is a completely internal, biological upgrade. Now, let's zoom out from the brain to the very fabric of reality itself. Quantum physics tells us that on a subatomic level, everything exists in a state of pure potential. This is called superposition. An electron isn't in one place. It exists as a wave of probability, a field of infinite possibilities, until an observer interacts with it. At that moment of observation, the wave of potential collapses into a single specific particle in a single location. You are that observer. Your consciousness is the powerful force that collapses waves of potential into the experiences of your life. But it's not a loud, forceful observation. The quantum field doesn't respond to your shouting. It responds to your signal. Your coherent frequency, your state of being, is a silent electromagnetic signature that you are constantly broadcasting. This signal is what instructs the field of potential to reorganize itself into what you call your physical reality. A quiet shift in your internal frequency is the most powerful instruction you can give the universe. The primary obstacle to this process is the old identity. That collection of thoughts, beliefs, and emotional patterns you call you is not who you truly are. It's a program you've been running, mostly unconsciously. This program has one primary goal: survival. When you decide to change, the old identity perceives this as a threat to its existence. Its response is to create doubt, fear, and a desperate need for external validation. The urge to post about your transformation, to tell everyone about your new habits, is often the old self trying to reclaim control. It's saying, look, let's make a show of this. Let's get some likes. That way, if it doesn't work, we can blame the audience or the algorithm. It's a subtle form of self-sabotage, keeping you tethered to the very identity you're trying to transcend. This is because your life is governed not by your conscious desires, but by your subconscious programming. Neuroscience has shown that the subconscious mind is responsible for up to 95% of your daily thoughts, behaviors, and emotional reactions. It's a record of the past, Trying to create a new future with your 5% conscious mind while the 95% subconscious is running old, limiting programs is an unwinnable battle. This is why willpower so often fails. You can't force a new reality with brute strength. You must go deeper. True change happens when you stop performing for others and start reprogramming yourself in silence. You must become a master of your inner world, making your new state of being more familiar to your body than your old one. When your internal shift is complete and authentic, you won't feel the need to announce it. It will simply be who you are. The proof will be in your being, not your words. The key to this profound shift is to move your focus from action to identity. For years, you have been taught to ask, what do I need to do to get what I want? This is the wrong question. It places power outside of you. The correct question is, who do I need to be to allow what I want? Identity precedes action. When you truly embody a new identity internally, the corresponding actions flow from you naturally and effortlessly. A person who identifies as wealthy doesn't have to force themselves to think abundantly. It is their natural state. A person who identifies as healthy doesn't struggle to choose nutritious food. It is a simple expression of who they are. So how do you shift your identity? You use simple, silent rituals. The most powerful of these is conscious breathing. Your breath is the bridge between your conscious and subconscious mind. By consciously slowing down your breathing, you send a direct signal to your autonomic nervous system that you are safe. You shift your body out of the survival state of fight or flight and into a creative state of rest and repair. This isn't just about feeling calm. This shift changes your heart rhythm, which in turn creates a coherent electromagnetic field that is broadcast from your heart. Heart-brain coherence is a measurable state where your physiological systems are aligned and working in harmony. In this state, your signal to the quantum field becomes exceptionally clear and powerful. The most effective ritual is often not about adding more techniques, but about subtracting the internal static. The primary ritual is to remove fear, to remove doubt, to remove worry. By consciously breathing and returning to a state of peace, you are clearing your broadcast. You are subtracting the noise so your true signal, the signal of your new identity, can radiate out into the field unimpeded. Let's go deeper into this idea of coherence, because it is the master key to creating reality. Coherence is the ultimate alignment. It's when your thoughts, which generate an electrical charge, are perfectly in sync with your emotions, which generate a magnetic charge. When your thoughts of a new future are matched by the elevated emotions of that future already being here, you create a powerful, stable, and coherent electromagnetic signature. This signature is the language the quantum field understands. The problem is that most people live in a state of incoherence. You might spend 10 minutes meditating on abundance, trying to feel wealthy. But then you spend the next 8 hours in a state of worry about your bills, feeling lack and anxiety. You are sending two completely contradictory signals. You are thinking one thing and feeling another. This creates a chaotic, weak signal, like radio static. The quantum field cannot respond to this incoherence. It's like giving a supercomputer a command and its opposite in the same line of code. The system can't execute. It requires a clear, sustained, and coherent instruction. This is where the observer effect from quantum physics becomes profoundly personal. The famous double-slit experiment proved that the very act of observation changes the behavior of subatomic particles, turning a wave of potential into a physical reality. But what does it mean to observe? It is not a passive act of looking with your eyes. To truly observe in a quantum sense is to place your attention and your energy on a potential future and hold it with such unwavering focus and elevated emotion that your very being collapses that wave of possibility. You are not just an observer. You are a participator. Your coherent energy field is what instructs the universe. This is not New Age thinking. This is ancient wisdom dressed in the language of modern science. The biblical phrase, "Be still and know that I am God," is not a command for physical laziness. It is an instruction for achieving internal coherence. In the stillness, in the absence of contradictory thoughts and emotions, you align with the creative intelligence of the universe. In Vedanta philosophy, the world is seen as Maya, an illusion or a projection. To change the projection on the screen of your life, you don't manipulate the screen. You change the film in the projector, which is your own consciousness. When you achieve internal coherence, you don't have to chase after what you want. You create a powerful resonant field, and through the law of resonance, reality reorganizes itself around your new frequency. People, synchronicities, and opportunities that match your new state of being are drawn to you effortlessly. The question then becomes, how do you integrate this into your daily life? The answer is through small, silent, consistent practices. This isn't about setting aside an hour for a grand ceremony. It's about finding moments throughout your day to silently align with your new identity. When you are washing the dishes, can you close your eyes for a few seconds and feel the overwhelming gratitude of your prayers already being answered? When you are stuck in traffic, can you use that time to feel the sense of freedom and expansion that your desired reality holds? These are your silent rituals. You are weaving the feeling of your future into the fabric of your present moment. Use your body as an infallible feedback system. Your emotions are your guide. Anytime you feel a negative emotion like anger, frustration, or fear, it's not a punishment. It's simply a biological signal telling you that you have become incoherent with your desired future. Your thoughts and feelings are out of alignment. The old programming has taken over. Don't judge it. Don't fight it. Simply notice it, take a conscious breath, and gently guide your attention back to the feeling of the reality you are choosing to create. It's a constant, gentle practice of returning home to your new state of being. I want you to try something right now. Take a moment to identify the one single feeling that most represents the future you desire. Is it freedom? Is it peace? Is it unconditional love? Now, can you hold that one feeling for the next 60 seconds without letting a single contradictory thought enter your mind? This is the work. Let me know in the comments below what that core feeling is for you. By writing it down, you are acknowledging the signal you are choosing to broadcast. The greatest test of your transformation will come during the inevitable time lag between your internal shift and its external manifestation. This is where most people give up. You have done the work. You have cultivated a new state of being. You feel different, but you look around, and your physical reality, your bank account, your relationships, your health still reflect the old you. Your senses are reporting back old data. This is the critical moment where doubt creeps in. Doubt is the ultimate creator of incoherence. The moment you doubt, you split your energy. You are no longer broadcasting a clear signal. You've reverted to static. The solution is to develop what can only be described as quantum faith. This isn't blind faith. It is a conscious decision to trust the invisible reality within you more than the temporary, outdated reality your senses perceive. It is an unwavering loyalty to your inner vision. This process has a biological basis in the science of epigenetics. Epigenetics shows that your genes are not your destiny. It is the environment of the gene that signals it to turn on or off. Your state of being, your emotional state, creates a chemical environment inside your body. When you consistently and persistently live in an elevated emotional state like gratitude, love, or joy, you are literally sending new chemical signals to your DNA, instructing new genes to be expressed in new ways. You are, at a cellular level, becoming someone else. Your body is the first and most immediate part of your environment. When you can master your internal environment, you initiate a cascade of biological upgrades that precede any change in your external world. So when doubt appears, recognize it for what it is, the death rattle of the old self, an echo of past programming. Do not fight it. Do not engage with it. Simply observe it, acknowledge its presence, and gently return your focus to the feeling of your future. Your attention is the currency of creation. Where you place your attention, you place your energy. Stop paying the mortgage on a past you no longer live in. Let this be the one thing you remember. Your transformation is not a performance. It is not a declaration. It is a sacred, silent, and internal process of becoming. The universe is not listening to your words or reading your social media posts. It is feeling your energetic signature. It is responding to the coherence of your being. The most powerful people who have ever walked this earth were not the loudest. They were the most internally aligned. They mastered their state of being, and the world outside them had no choice but to rearrange itself to match their internal blueprint. This power is not reserved for a select few. It is your birthright. It is the very nature of your consciousness. You do not need to seek it, earn it, or prove you are worthy of it. You only need to quiet the external noise and remember how to use it. So here is your invitation. Your practice for the next 7 days is to stop talking about the change you wish to see in your life. Do not speak of your goals, your resolutions, or your new identity to anyone. Instead, commit all of that energy to the silent, internal work. Inhabit your future reality in the quiet moments of your day. Feel it so completely that you begin to generate the brain and heart coherence that broadcasts a powerful new signal into the quantum field. Make your transformation a secret between you and the universe. Let the world discover the new you not through your announcements, but through the undeniable evidence of your new, transformed life. That is the art of silent creation. That is where your true power lies.